Welcome back to the Indian Infantry.
Pinaka MKI rocket system and Pinaka Aerodenial Munition rocket systems have been successfully flight tested by the Defence Research and Development Organisation and Indian Army at Pokhran firing ranges. A total of 24 EPRS rockets were fired for different ranges during the last fortnight. Required accuracy and consistency were achieved by the rockets meeting all trial objectives satisfactorily. With these trials, the initial phase of technology absorption of EPRS by the industry has successfully been completed and the industry partners are ready for user trials/series production of the rocket system. The Pinaka rocket system has been developed by Armament Research and Development Establishment, Pune, supported by High Energy Materials Research Laboratory, another Pune-based laboratory of DRDO. The EPRS is the upgraded version of the Pinaka variant which has been in service with the Indian Army for the last decade. The system has been upgraded with advanced technologies enhancing the range to meet the emerging requirement. Economics Explosives Limited, a subsidiary of Solar Industries India Limited, has developed loitering munitions and successfully tested it in high-altitude conditions in Ladakh in association with Z-Motion Autonomous System Private Limited, Bangalore. The development of the weapon system is part of the company's commitment to contributing to self-reliance in the defense sector. All three newly developed loitering munitions have successfully been tested in Nubra Valley area of Ladakh last month during 23 March 2022. While LM-0 and LM-1 achieved full endurance of 60 minutes, the hexacopter did 30 minutes flight, making it for the first time in the world that the man-portable loiter munitions with 4 kg warhead have successfully tested at a flight ceiling of 4,500 meters. Thanks to the facilitation by Army Design Bureau, said a statement by the company. In a strategic decision, Solar has announced an acquisition of a 45% equity stake for an undisclosed consideration in Z-Motion Autonomous System Private Limited, Bangalore. This investment will strengthen Solar's initiative of developing weaponized unmanned aerial vehicles, UAV, for offensive and counter-drone systems for the defensive role, said the statement. The Navy will be able to deploy the helicopters in a range of roles including anti-submarine warfare, anti-ship strike, specialized maritime operations as well as search and rescue operations. The first batch of the aircrew of the Indian Navy has completed its training in the US to operate the MH60R Romeo multi-role helicopter. The crew flew extensively from Helicopter Maritime Strike Squadron 41, HSM-41, and achieved day and night deck landing qualification on board a US Navy destroyer. The crew would be responsible for inducting Romeo into Indian Navy said in a statement. MH60R helicopters will provide the Indian Navy enhanced offensive role including anti-submarine warfare, anti-ship strike, specialized maritime operations as well as search and rescue operations. India is procuring 24 MH60R helicopters as part of an around 15,000 crore deal with the US government under the framework of foreign military sales. The first India-made Dornier 228 aircraft was delivered to Alliance Air on Thursday. The aircraft can carry up to 17 passengers and is capable of running day and night operations. The aircraft will facilitate regional connectivity in northeastern states, providing better connectivity. Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, HAL, signed a lease agreement with Alliance Air Aviation Limited in September 2021 for the supply of 2 civil Dornier 228 aircraft. The Dornier 228 is an aircraft well suited for operations in northeast India. It has the capability of short takeoff and landing and can land and take off from semi-prepared runways. In an important move that will extend the reach of fighter jets, a new plane is being readied for refueling the jets mid-air. At present, the Indian Air Force and Navy jets are refueled mid-air using the Russian-made IL-78. Public sector giant Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, HAL, has entered into a MOU with Israel Aerospace Industries (IAI) to convert civil passenger aircraft into multi-mission tanker transport (MMTT) aircraft in India. Such planes will replace the IL-78 mid-air refueller. The HAL will convert pre-owned civil aircraft into air refueling aircraft with cargo and transport capabilities. The move will provide India's defense ecosystem with new capabilities and cost-effective solutions in the market. The MOU will facilitate HAL and IAI's decades-long expertise in developing, manufacturing, and producing leading defense platforms. The scope of MOU also covers the conversion of passenger-to-freighter aircraft. We are glad to join hands with our long-standing partner IAI in this venture of MMTT conversion business, which is one of the strategic diversification avenues identified by HAL, said Madhavan, SMD, HAL. Boaz Levy, president of IAI and CEO, in his message, said, "We are proud to come together with our counterparts to bring our best value MMTT solution in India while utilizing local resources to manufacture and market the platform. By collaborating with HAL and bringing conversion directly to India, we are supporting the Make in India campaign." The IAF is considering ordering 12 new Sukhoi Su-30 MKI fighters, which might be delivered in kit form. After the production line at HAL ended in 2019, almost 400 Indian businesses stopped manufacturing about 6,000 components that go into each Su-30 aircraft due to direct supplies from Russia. Because procuring components from Russian manufacturers is less expensive due to mass production for both domestic and export markets, if the Russian supply chain does not improve in the coming months, a large portion of the Su-30 MKI fleet could be grounded in the long run, according to several experts. The mod should break away from the contract obligation and allow Indian manufacturers to begin work on some of the Russian components, which is not permitted under the contract. Officials in the defense establishment have also encouraged the Defense Ministry to use Indian-made components for the Super Sukhoi upgrade of roughly 200 units. Early this year, HAL offered an indigenous upgrade program to the Indian Air Force, which they have been pursuing with their headquarters. The concept includes indigenously made avionics and radars, electronic warfare jammers, an updated cockpit layout, and indigenous armament. Indian Naval Air Squadron 316, the second squadron of P-81 maritime reconnaissance aircraft, which were also deployed during the peak of the India-China dispute in the Ladakh region in 2020, was commissioned into the Indian Navy. The ceremony took place at INS Hansa, Goa, with Navy Chief Admiral Hare Kumar as the chief guest for the event. Addressing the gathering, he said that India is the preferred security partner in the Indian Ocean region, which reflects the country's ability to play an effective strategic role in the region, and needs to expand its operational reach. The Indian Navy is integral to this commitment, and in pursuance of this objective, the commissioning of INS 316 marks yet another milestone towards enhancing maritime security and surveillance in the Indian Ocean region, he added. Commissioning of INS 316, the second P-81 squadron in the Navy, marks yet another important step towards enhancing our combat capability. In today's dynamic and complex security situation, the squadron's operational capabilities will significantly enhance our ability to protect, preserve and promote India's maritime interests, he said. INS 316 has been christened Condors, which are one of the largest flying land birds with a massive wingspan. The insignia of the squadron depicts a condor searching over the vast blue expanse of the sea. Known for excellent sensory capabilities, powerful and sharp talons, and large massive wings, the bird symbolizes the capabilities of the aircraft and envisaged roles of the squadron. INS 316 will operate the Boeing P-81 aircraft, a multi-role long-range maritime reconnaissance anti-submarine warfare (LRMRASW) aircraft that can be equipped with a range of air-to-ship missiles and torpedoes. The game-changer aircraft is a potent platform for maritime surveillance and strikes, electronic warfare missions, search and rescue, providing targeting data to weapon platforms, providing time-critical surveillance information for the Army and Air Force, and is also the platform of choice for detecting and neutralizing enemy ships and submarines in Indian Ocean region. The squadron has been specifically commissioned to be the home for the 4 new P-81 aircraft procured under the Option Clause contract and to deter, detect, and destroy any threat in the air. These aircraft have been operating from INS Hunza since December 30, 2021, and the squadron is integrated with full-spectrum surface and subsurface naval operations. The United States over the past week has increased imports of Russian oil by 43%, reaching 1 lakh barrels per day, Deputy Secretary of the Russian Security Council Mikhail Popov said on Sunday. The US forced Europeans to introduce anti-Russian sanctions, while not only continuing to import oil from Russia but increasing volume of oil deliveries for the past week by 43% up to 1 lakh barrels per day. Besides, Washington allowed its companies to import mineral fertilizer from Russia, listing it as essential goods, Popov told Komsomolskaya Pravda newspaper. The sea phase of the Indo-France bilateral naval exercise, Varuna 2022, was conducted in the Arabian Sea, off the coast of Goa, on Sunday. As per an official statement, the first phase of the exercise, which was planned in 2 phases, will be concluded on Sunday while the second phase will be held in May 2022. The exercise this year has an expanded scope and includes surface gun firings on practice targets, advanced anti-submarine and air defense exercises, and other tactical maneuvers that cover a broad spectrum of maritime operations. Having grown in content and complexity since its inception in 1993, the exercise provides the 2 navies with an opportunity to learn from each other's best practices. It focuses on operational-level interaction between them to enhance mutual cooperation at sea, underscoring their shared commitment to regional security. During the current phase, the Indian Navy is being represented by an indigenously built stealth destroyer, INS Chennai, with integral seeking Mk-42B helicopters, maritime patrol aircraft P-81 and Dornier, and the MiG-29 fighter aircraft. The French Navy is being represented by the Lafayette-class frigate, F-Scorbe, and submarine support vessel, F-Sloua. The units undertook cross-deck landings by integral helicopters, showcasing a high level of interoperability between them. Gun firing and underway replenishment procedures were also exercised between ships. All exercises planned during Varuna 2022 aim to enhance the common understanding of the 2 navies on the conduct of joint maritime security operations. Army Lieutenant General Manoj Pande is all set to become Chief of the Army Staff, with incumbent Army Chief General Naravane, seen as the front-runner for the Chief of Defence Staff's post, due to retire by the end of this month. Lieutenant Gen Pande will take over the reins as he is the senior-most in the force after General Naravane. In the meantime, Gen Naravane is the front-runner for the post of Chief of Defence Staff after the passing of General Bipin Rawat in a helicopter crash in December last year. General Rawat, his wife Madhulika, and 12 armed personnel were killed in a chopper crash on December 8, 2021. Lieutenant Gen Pande became the senior-most after a few top officers retired in the last 3 months.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for daily updates.